95, 2.5, 2.5 between FAA, New York State, and OBPA. There are no project identification numbers assigned to this project, so unfortunately I don't have anything to report there for specific numbers.
Rochester.
CNS has, thank you, by the way. CNS has completed its due diligence on the bids received. It is their recommendation, the staff's recommendation, that the contract be awarded to Cherry Tree Service for an amount not to exceed $171,425.
Any questions?
I just want to put it on record that I was saying this quote because Cherry Tree is a client of ours, and kind of the last minute they asked us to throw a price at it, subcontracted. We did, don't know if we get it or not.
So noted. You are excused from voting on this. Don, if you want to make the motion?
Is this all three?
What's the market structure?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
And no extension plan
Agenda item C2 is approval of contract with Collins Hammond Electrical. Again, similar scenario, July 31st, 2007, bids were received and opened for the Airfield Electric Building and Beacon Relocation Project. The results were Collins Hammond at $323,04050, O'Connell Electric at $331,873, and one incomplete bid from S&L Electric. As a recap, the Electric Building and Beacon Relocation Project is included in the 5-year capital plan for the airport, included as part of a $290,000 grant. This, again, is one of the 95, 2.5% between FAA, New York State DOT, and OBPA. It does have a corresponding project improvement number, as you can see there. CNS has completed the due diligence in conjunction with staff. It's our recommendation that the contract be awarded to Collins Hammond Electrical for an amount not to exceed $323,040.50.
Mary, they left 3 items out. There was some unit pricing in there, and they didn't finish their total price, so we went to add it up, and in fact they missed 3 unit prices in there, so we couldn't total it.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Any more questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye. We have item D1 under the Commerce Park. This is the approval of contracts for the 14th Industrial Building. On August 2nd, bids were received and opened for the 4 contracts for the construction of the 14th Industrial Building. Tisdale Associates performed due diligence of the bid received, and their recommendations are as follows. For contract number 1, in general, Tisdale recommends that the contract be awarded to Danko Construction, the lowest qualified bidder, for an amount not to exceed $1.698 million. Contract 2 for the plumbing, Tisdale recommends a contract be awarded to J.E. Sheehan Contracting Corporation, the lowest qualified bidder, for an amount not to exceed $114,159. The mechanical contract number 3, Tisdale is recommending Burns Brothers, the lowest qualified bidder, not to exceed $83,854. Contract number 4, the electrical, Tisdale recommends that the contract be awarded to Skelly Contractors, the lowest qualified bidder, for an amount not to exceed $115,575.
The only question I have is, did you have quite a few bidders on this, or is it pretty limited?
Steve, would you like to field that question?
On the general, we had 4 on the general contract. On the plumbing, we had 6. On the mechanical, we had 6 also. No, excuse me, Roger, 8 on that. And on the electrical, we had 6 on that. So that's pretty good. Yeah, we have quite a few.
I'm just curious.
What was your original estimate?
The original estimate,
The engineer's estimate?
uh, 2.35. Yeah.
10%.
Yeah, I think it all totals just a little over 2 million. Yeah, it was very well. And Jim, we set that up that there was some items that we could deduct should, things make it in there. And in fact, with that number, we're getting everything that we wanted. So we're quite pleased with that.
I'll second it.
That's all.
Didn't we establish a policy before that we were going to actually put in here how many bids we received for each of these sorts of things? Didn't we talk about that, I'm sure? About receiving 8 bids and the three lowest or the what, you know what I'm saying? So we had more transparency in the number of bidders we had as opposed to, one bid, one award.
I do recall that. I'm going to step up to the plate on this one. I do recall that discussion, and I apologize for that not being. We did discuss that. However, when we looked at this, we focused
Go to the line
on the
here.
FAA stuff and forgot this one. So that's. I apologize.
But I'm glad you asked that question, Roger, so I can get clarified or at least make it a little more transparent.
Well, I'm curious,
I want to make sure that this was never brought to, was this brought from the facility committee on any of this? I don't remember.
We never discussed the award contract.
But there's one thing I want to make you aware of, under the governor's some of his new rules, we should know specifically who's bidding on this. I mean, it's not always the lowest bidder. It's the most responsible bidder. There's been some discussion made about this thing, and this here, I don't know who the other bidders were, nothing. I know, but why?
You start with the lowest bidder, and then your engineer, who you hire, decides whether or not they're the lowest responsible. If they say no, then you move on to the next one. That's how they do it in every job I've ever been involved in.
Well, the only thing is I just want to make these folks over here, staff, aware that there is a change in Albany on this. And I want to make sure that we're in compliance with the governor's executive order. Okay? This one here is a little different.
But I think this is an issue of transparency as
I agree with
opposed to,
Mary on that.
as opposed to
But
change.
we did do what Frank was talking about.
Yep.
We've got all of that back up. But as far as getting that actual information in there, we can do that.
Well, the public reads
Yep.
the minutes on the
Yep.
web.
That's a good point. Steve, would you mind reading under each contract who the bidders were and the amount, please, for the record?
Just take top.
All right. We can do contract number 1. Danco Construction Corporation in Senior, New York. Their total base bid was $1,698,000 even. There was a unit price for sub-excavation and backfilling, and that was per cubic yard. That was $30. There was an alternate number 1, that was a deduct of $45,000. That was for paving, I believe. An alternate number 2 was $30,000. And alternate number 3 was $6,000. Now, they were all deducts. Bid security was 20% bid bond. The second lowest bidder was Contact Building Systems, and they're out of Gouverneur, New York. Their total base bid was $1,726,000. Their unit price for sub-excavation and backfilling was $75,000. Their alternate number 1, which was a deduct, was $25,600. Alternate number 2 was $23,800. Alternate number 3 deduct was $6,000, and the bid security was a 20% bid bond. The third contractor bidding was Renee Building Contractors Incorporated out of Plattsburgh, New York. Their total base bid was $1,748,400. Their unit price for sub-excavation was $46. Alternate number 1 deduct was $26,200. Alternate number 2 was a deduct of $28,500. Alternate number 3 was $6,000, and their bid security was 20% bid bond. Jim, you just wanted 3?
That's fine.
Okay, what do we got? You want to keep going on the,
Attach these to the minutes.
Go
All the
ahead.
documents.
I'll straighten it out.
contract number 2, plumbing, J.E. Sheehan Contracting Corporation, Potsdam, New York. Have a total base bid of $114,159, and they provided a 20% bid bond. The second bidder was Burns Brothers Contractors. Total base bid $123,707 with a 5% bid bond. And Empire Northeast of Governor had a total base bid of $126,880 with a 20% bid bond.
Steve, could you explain the difference in the bid bond between the first and second? Why is one only 5%?
That 5% is, there's a bid bond and then there's a check. I think the 5% was the check. And yeah, it was, that's why.
Did it meet the requirements of our bonding?
Yes. That's why we put the bid security in there. Contract number 3, Empire Northeast was the apparent low bidder. They're out of Governor, New York. They were $74,900 and they provided a 20% bid bond. Burns Brothers, who was recommended, and the reason for this was Empire Northeast withdrew their bid because they left out a $15,000 electrical allowance that was required in the contract. So they withdrew theirs. So Burns Brothers Contracting was the next lowest responsible bidder. And their total base bid was $83,854 even. They did a 5% bid bond certified check. The third bidder was Northern Mechanicals out of Norwood, New York. Their total base bid was $93,756 with a 20% bid bond. And the final contract is contract number 4, the electrical contract. We had a similar situation. Dow Electric of Malone, New York was the low bidder, total base bid of $103,700. Their alternate number 1 was a deduct of $19,800 with a 20% bid bond. They withdrew their, after looking at the numbers, they withdrew theirs. They left out a $25,000 electrical allowance, which was to pay Niagara Mohawk to bring power to the building. And so they withdrew their bid. The second bidder was Skelly Contractors, Ogdensburg, New York. Their total base bid was $115,575. Alternate number 1 was $7,825,000 with a 20% bid bond as bid security. The third electrical bid was Georgestack Construction out of Alexandria Bay, New York. Total base bid was $116,468. Their alternate number 1 deduct was $15,400, and they provided a 20% bid bond.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay. Steve, from now on, I appreciate that these things are listed then.
Sure.
Just so we know what we're looking at. The other thing is I can't understand why this wasn't run, once this was done, why this resolution wasn't run by the chairman of the facility committee. He didn't see any of this either.
Well, the bids were last Thursday. The engineers spent all weekend reviewing and talking back and forth. We didn't have any kind of recommendation until last night, late last night. So the next time I will do better.
You're really fast tracking some anyways, so we get it.
Okay, is there any other questions? Motion's in order for the resolution.
Motion by Bill.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you for the correction.
My pleasure.
The last item up is agenda item E1, such other matters as may become before the board. This is a ratification of the agreement with Global Logistics. This is a mouthful, but this is basically the locomotive loading onto a ship. We negotiated an agreement with Global for loading the locomotive at the rate which you see there in front of you. Also, an agreement with requirement proof of appropriate insurance coverage as well as the standard hold harmless clause. The locomotive, as you know, came about fast track. It was loaded board shipped July 21st. Board was pulled between the 19th and 20th, and the respondent post was unanimous among the folks that responded.
Do you have a motion?
Without the GRT.
You want us to approve this? Somebody does.
GRT, is that
Yes,
gross stuff?
we need to,
Garbage.
basically all contracts are.
That's almost- make the motion then?
Other shit.
Roger, did you second it?
Registered.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
More or less just a housekeeping issue.
Okay.
And that's it for agenda items.
Right, we need a brief executive session.
I need a motion to go into executive session.
Discuss litigation.
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Brian, you have the gentleman right on the end of the table.
Why? Because I don't want to discuss it in public. It's a litigation involving Village of Waddington. Lawsuit. Litigation.
Thank you.
I didn't want to.
Brian, we'll notify you if there's anything out of this, okay? Don't worry about it.